Good morning, America, and good morning, whomever, wherever you are on this big planet. This is Dr. Chiri. One more time, thank you for listening to this video. And most of all, remember, read the newsletter. You have the link. So once you're done watching this video, read the newsletters because there is a lot of information that I cannot pass on as I'm speaking to you. The title is The Danger of Billionaires on Artificial Intelligence and the Reptilius Effect. What worries me the most is those people think that everything starts and finished right here, which it doesn't. Remember, the mind is connected with the universal mind. There is nothing in your head. It's all a program. A UCI, a unique celestial identity, a program which is generated by a set of planets that you have inherited karmically. Again, the planets are much more than dead rocks hanging out there for the sake of beauty. They emanate energy. You probably heard of the word lunatic, moody, and crabby, and you know during the time of a full moon, people are losing it. So your mind is nothing else than a computer which is reacting to an outside stimuli produced by the universal mind. Yet, science is not cosmic conscious. They ridicule astrology. Their logical, five rational human sense is all they can delegate with. In other words, they can only see to the end of their nose. They cannot enter the archetypal realm of supra-consciousness and realize that those stars are much more than dead rock hanging out there for the sake of beauty. The cosmic codes is part of God's magnificent design. And it takes a little bit more than 5 human senses to understand the magic, the incredible potential, the incredible power that is connecting us with the universe. We are all children of the universe. And all these idiots out there are trying to understand the universe when they do not understand, to start with, their own local system. So forget about the universe scientists and the educated idiots out there and start to understand the magic that's coming from and emanating from your local solar system. Again, believe me, my good friend, there is much more to the stars than what you are being led to believe by our infantile scientific community. This being said, the reptilius, as you know, control one side of your head, and then the draconis the other side. Same basic for those who just jumped in, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, God, devil, the yin and yang, 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 sides of the brain, the day, night, God, devil. You cannot have a life without opposites. One side is controlled by the reptilius and the other side, the draconis. Now, usually, as a rule, the reptilians will endorse and support and put people in power that have no business in power. They do it on purpose. They're putting people and make sure they have the money, they have the support, they have the connection to control the rest of you. They want those people to be very wealthy and start to mess around with technology. So the reptilians are controlling the mind of those billionaires and trying to be better than God instead of understanding the complexity of the universal code, which is pretty simple if you take the time to educate yourself and realize how God speaks to us. Okay? They are going to build technology that are going to be used by the reptilians to, we already, 99.9% of humans are non-cosmic conscious. And that includes all political leaders of the world and all scientists and all of those people who have control over your destiny. They are controlling the mind of these people to mess around with technology so the reptilians can control you even better. The worst of the worst of the worst is that Remember, the reptilians are master, supreme engineer, master of technology, master of mathematics. And they are infecting those big people who are subconsciously slaving for those reptilians. And they have no idea. You do not go and mess up with the human mind with technology, because that will give more power to the reptilians to change humanity into robots and become what they are, lost in time and space, wondering why we create, why we feel, why there are people like Dr. Turing. Luckily for us, you have to remember, the Draconis are fighting with us nonstop. There is a war in the heavens which you're not aware of, okay? And each time you see a meteorite crashing down or something coming from and putting in flame in the universe, where very often is a ship, is a reptilian ship that has been destroyed by the Draconis or the gardeners of this world who are taking care of us. So again, this is not natural. This is infringing God's rules. Instead of letting those educated idiots playing with your brain with technology, you got to bring back God cosmic design and understand what it means to be human as intended by God. And of course, Jesus' initial cosmic ministry, reflecting the 12 signs of the zodiac, the 12 apostles, the 12 sins, the 12 jury, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 signs of the zodiac, things as all disappeared civilization and all erudite men of the past used to do, and build their temple and pyramids, which are all facing very specific constellation. This critical spiritual knowledge is going through our fingers and is being handled by wealthy, supremely powerful people who are oblivious of the reptilian effect, leading them to think they are better than God himself. And that's the big problems. Slowly but surely, humanity is turning into robots. We are turning into reptilians. Exactly what I'm trying to avoid and make you aware of, so we can keep our dignity, our creativity, and our earth, for that matter, because the reptilian agenda is not pretty. They stimulate the minds of nasty scientists to weaponize the weather, to create viruses, to drive people totally insane. All this because God's cosmic laws have been cast aside or ridiculed, ignored. All this for this, peseta. So, again, there is more in the newsletter that you probably will appreciate. Currently, we are under a shocking window. So last night we heard that one of our driver died, and it's a dangerous job, you know. We also, the guy that I was working with, beautiful guy, absolutely wonderful. His name is Robert. We've been working together for over a week now. He decided to quit his job, you know, beginning and ending of important phases of life, shocking news, God knows what's going on here. So I'm expecting large earthquake, I'm expecting explosion. And remember, be ready for shocking news that you don't expect that's going to touch you. There is a quatrain, there is a keyword which is obviously designed to make you understand the current window, but be aware of the dates I gave you. July 7 is coming up, and July the 14th. This is a repetition. Remember, life is a constant process of endless changes, and the news are constantly repeating themselves during those windows, which are manipulated by the reptilians to make our life misery. They manipulate your stars, as they manipulate everything. Okay, they are doing things that are absolutely incredibly powerful and very, very subtle and mysterious, and trying to make you aware of what they are doing out there. But first, you have to accept the reality that one side of yourself is reptilius, the reptile mind, and the other side is draconis. And it's a constant battle since you were born to keep your balance between good and evil, what's right, what's wrong. And if you are too infected, and anybody can be infected, including me. If I drink, as I told you many times, if I drink 2 beers, I don't drink now the reptilians are going to have an easy access of me because my brain functions are not the same. And in a battle between emotion and logic, emotions are going to take over. Emotions are love, emotions are fear. Emotions are very, very strong, and your logic gets out of the window, especially when legal or illegal drugs or alcohol is being consumed. So every one of us is under the jurisdictions of those entities. So anytime you are envious of somebody, every time you see somebody who has more things, because we are a society of consumptions, capitalism. You're going to have a big car, you're going to have a big boat. That's what we work for, okay? To collect things, which you're not going to take anything with you afterwards anyway. But that's how it works, okay? It's to satisfy the human ego. What I'm trying to tell you, if you feel remotely negative about something or somebody, it's usually because it's stimulated by an experience. Let me give you this example. Let's say, for example, you fall in love with a beautiful woman, and this woman drives, let's say, a Jeep, okay? Anytime and every time you're going to see a Jeep, you are going to associate immediately the pain, the suffering of what that person did to you when she dropped you for someone else. Association. So maybe you have had a bad experience with a foreign person, and now you think, oh, foreigners are bad. Okay, it's just part of your psyche now because you associate. It's important to, I have a book called Beyond the Secret. I strongly, very strongly recommend all of you to read this book because it's going to tell you so, it's going to change your perception of reality and understand the importance of realizing the superconscious in time and space, the forces that you were given, because as I told you so many times, you are so much more than blood, than flesh and nerves and bonds. You are very, very powerful human being, and you have this power. So the more you educate yourself, knowledge is power, ignorance is evil, the more power to you, as simple as that. So ask yourself, why don't I like this person? Why don't I like Dr. Cherry? Why don't I? And then you're going to reevaluate the deep reasons to why you're letting the reptilians want you to be negative and to work for the forces of darkness. Remember, you cannot have a day without a night. You cannot have a God without a devil. It's a constant battle. And the part of God in you is much stronger than the reptilians and those stars. So you can't make a conscious choice. No, I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be suspicious. I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to be anything and everything remotely connected with the reptilians who's going to lead me into the dark force for eternity. So the idea is to let the good side of yourself speak its power. Remember, the draconians are going to stimulate you to write a newsletter, to make a video, to write a beautiful song, to be nice to somebody. Then you're going to increase your vibration by being positive. And that already is going to keep COVID-19 away from you by being positive, by not fearing what the reptilians have created through the mind of our scientists. Okay, for whatever reasons you may want to believe, because you follow some specific belief system or conspiratorial work, whatever it is, it's your right. Okay, but all I'm trying to do is be positive. What I'm trying to pass on to you is the importance of auto-analyzing yourself. Why don't I like this or this person? And you will, if you dig deep enough, realize that you have either fear, an insecurity, an inferiority complexes. We all loaded of this, including myself. I'm not different than you. I'm a human being like you. But I have been, at 70 years old, I have time to analyze myself and make a choice to work for love, for light, to increase your awareness and give you the best of the best. So this way you can do the same and make this world a much better place than what it is today, because it is nasty. Okay, I mentioned in this newsletter my good friend George Norrie and Tom, the producers. Obviously, those guys are avoiding me, but I mean, it's a very understandable. You know, I don't support their beliefs that coronavirus will disappear in the summer and everything is going to be normal. No, no. This nasty, nasty virus has changed and destroyed lives as you can't even believe. George is supposed to do his conference, meet people, sing and dance, and Tom is promoting all this. And of course, they don't want me there to say, well, you know what, this is not going to happen. You're going to have a problem. Okay. Well, doesn't work. So I'm not mad. I just understand what's going on with them and why they're avoiding me. So some people ask me, why do they avoid you? But that's why, because I do not make prediction that fits what you want to hear. I'm telling you what it is. If you can't handle it, so be it. If you can't, well, you still will have to handle it anyway. And again, this mess with the coronavirus will go in time and space. It will go. And you know the reasons. You know, we have been made in the image of God. You like it or not. Okay, you know it or not. We are all God and goddesses learning to create on this dense physical world. A single thought, good or bad, sooner or later will be right in your face, especially when your thought is about building a big wall, a tall wall, a magnificent wall that will keep America away from everybody and isolate the most beautiful, powerful country in the world that is designed by God himself to lead the world. America is in a box. And the wall is not just a physical wall, it's also a spiritual world, which turned into COVID-19 because the most powerful man in the world running the most powerful country in the world, you heard me before, had a thought which is endorsed by millions of people who vibrates like our president, who were born with a nasty dragon's tail in the sign of Sagittarius that curses him with foreigners, foreign land, the laws, religion, and pets, and anything to do with nature. You heard of my prediction on Coast to Coast in October. Be ready for big fire that are going to kill a lot of animals. Next thing you know, goes the Australian fire and millions of animals. Now we have hundreds and hundreds of elephants that are dead. Hello? It's on Coast to Coast. Be ready for all this negativity. The tail of the dragon in Sagittarius ruled the wildlife. Okay, it was the wildlife, and the animals, would it be our pet or elephants or God knows what, they're gonna die. It's just the way it is. And now there is this nasty, nasty bubonic plague. Wow, they're talking about this. This virus is mutating into something nasty. And when comes the tail of the dragon in the sign of Scorpio, which is the sign of death, in a few months from now, you're going to say, wow, maybe Dr. Cherry was right when you see a pile of people dying. Do you think I'm having fun telling you this? I would rather you all believe everything's going to be fine and you'll be okay. No, we are paying the price of our thoughts. If they are negative, if they are fearful, you support the reptilius agenda. And they are positive, if they are progressive, if they are beautiful, loving light, the sun and gold, then they are dominated by the draconis. And we have the power to change things around. But I'm not on national TV. All you have on national TV is people like Joel Osteen, who's giving you bull nonstop, promoting religion that were created by the reptilians themselves, knowing that religion has killed more people than anything combined together, including the bubonic plague. That's why they put people like him in power, not me. But in time, this is changing. So I need your thought. You are not doomed. Remember, God is in charge. You like it or not, you believe on the Creator or not, it doesn't matter. There is a supreme power. You call him God, whatever perception you have of the Creator, okay? This power is real, and it can be used to build or destroy, to give a life or to kill. It's your choice. I'm just trying to make you aware of it, that wherever you are at today is because of your thoughts. The future is nothing else than the reincarnation of your thought. Change your thought and everything will change around you. If you're too negative, if you're depressed, you're going to become repellent. Nobody will want to talk to you. You're going to end up in your hole. You're going to get sick. The reptilian is going to have fun, to suck life away and out of your soul. That's what I'm trying to say. It's 2020. We must bypass the age of Pisces, the age of deception, the age of religion, and start to understand God as what He really is, speaking to us through the signs. And you cannot curse me or want me to end up on the fire by calling you God. But you have the subhuman, and you have the superhuman. So which one are you? At the end, it is your choice. It's not mine. All right, so again, take the time to read the newsletter. 10 years ago or so, George asked me a question. Louis, how long do we have? I said to him, we have 50 years. That was 10 years ago. So that is 40. But I might have to reevaluate this number now, knowing how accelerating negatively the world is going, that direction the world is taking. Okay, so we could turn things around. Okay, but I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear to please you and to eliminate your fears. No, face your fears, understand it, and fight like I do every single day. Do something good for yourself, do something good for others, and ask yourself, what did I do good today for others? And if you go to my YouTube videos, you will see all these young souls. Many of them are Trump supporters. Of course, they don't like what I'm talking about because they think my work is politically oriented. I'm talking about the stars and the fate of the president you have put in power, and you are now cursed to suffer because he's the most powerful man in the world. You've got to suffer his stars, okay? Other people are religious fanatics and they think I'm the devil. Other people are educated idiots who think my brain should be fixed when they are the ones who are completely out of order, but they have no idea. The information I'm passing are so far-fetched. They're so well ahead of time, but that's what God made me. That's my mission. That's why I'm different. This doesn't mean I'm better than you. I'm just different. Like, you have your own gift. The idea is to look inside of you and then start to serve others, and then make yourself in the process grow and be more progressive and serve and work with the light, love, respect, happiness, understanding, progression, education, integrity, or all the beauty, what the word positive is all about. All right, my good friend, just again, if you like my work, like always, yeah, Dr. Terry Good, you're going to have some infected guy that will always put a win. You're going to have a lot of, and you're going to have one or two idiots are going to put, but that's how it is. There are people that you cannot save. Those are too infected. They are gang leaders. They are too depressed. They are slaving for the reptilius. They're totally oblivious of it, and they cannot help themselves to be negative. You're going to see those guys everywhere. You cannot change the world in 5 minutes. Okay. Meantime, you can go to my movie. Hey, Dr. Tree, like what you do, you give me the stars and piss those guys off. All right. Hey, one more time, be careful. Okay, we are under this shocking news. I'm expecting an earthquake, explosion, God knows what. You have the keywords already. I took some example. And then be ready for that nasty plutonic window coming back on July 7th and July 14th. As you probably know, I've been working 2 full weeks, 1 day off a week. I have to be running all over the United States, doing all that I can. We are short of drivers on top of that. It's a very, very tough time, but I'm doing my best and I'm being rewarded because, again, as I said earlier, this is a job that brings a lot of money, and I'll be able at the end to buy myself what I want. And what I want is a new truck and a new boat. And I already have the money to buy it, but I still have to work to help the people that I care in New York that need me and the rest of the world. Again, if you order a reading, please, please, please be patient. I am swamped. Okay, I'm doing 2 readings today, and I will be doing 2 readings next week until I decide it's time for me to quit this job, and I will have to catch up. So if you order a reading and they are coming nonstop, I'm booked all the way up to October, November. So be patient. It'll be worth your time. Believe me, that will be a meeting that you will never forget. Because what I'm going to divulge about you and your fate and how to handle the dragon and connect with God cosmic design is something that is priceless. So it'd be worth for you to wait. there is no such a thing of immediate gratification with the situation now with coronavirus, and what I feel is right for me to do for you and for the world. So bear with me, be patient. You are in good hand, and I promise you, you will never be disappointed. And I wish the people that already dealt with me leave me some feedback of what they think of our meeting. But me to know and you to find out in time. All right, my good friend, one more time, be safe out there. Wear your mask. Don't be negative. Keep your distances. We are all together into that mess. And sooner or later, this will be a story of the past, and you'll be happy to go back normal again. At least I can't wait for that. All right, my good friend. Goodbye to all of you. See you again next time. Bye-bye.